Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris. Today I want to share with you 5 altcoins to buy right now, ready for the month of August. We have a lot of wonderful things to look forward to for the month of August. We're going to go over what these 5 cryptocurrencies are and why these altcoins have so much potential, so much upside, and why I think that they're a fantastic buy for the month of August. In my opinion, we're going to start to see a lot of upside in the market with Bitcoin up over 20% this week. I feel we're only just getting started. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications. Right, let's get into it. So the first altcoin I would like to talk about is none other than Cardano. So for me, with the era of smart contracts literally upon us, I think the month of August is going to be a remarkable month for Cardano. I think in the anticipation and the lead up to smart contracts, I think we're going to start to see lots of news articles and lots of talks from Charles and the team at IOHK. I kind of feel like this is going to be an ample opportunity to still be getting in after this major pullback in the market or crash. I don't know, however you want to frame it. I think this has been a wonderful opportunity to purchase even more Cardano, and that is exactly what I've been doing over the last sort of few weeks. I have been increasing my position in Cardano, and I think you're gonna, like I say, you're gonna see lots of news. You're gonna start to hear about more projects about to go on the ecosystem, and I think this is just remarkable stuff. We've heard Charles talk about ironing out bugs. You know, we're going through all these different phases, and I think it's just around the corner, August, September. You know, we're looking to have smart contracts, and we're going to see some more wonderful projects going on the ecosystem. You know, we're talking about real world utility, and for me, this is a remarkable project and a life-changing opportunity for many, not only investors, but you know, people that are able to utilize the system. We're going to see people's lives change for the better in places like Africa, and I think this is just, you know, remarkable. We're seeing history unfold right in front of our eyes, and it's fantastic to be a part of it. Now, don't forget, you can delegate your ADA to our pool using the ticker Cheek. It's a fantastic way to make a passive income. You know, the average pool returns between 5 and 5.5% APY. So, you know, if that's your bag, and you know, there's no lockup period as well. You know, so if that's your bag, you know, get in, make a passive income. Don't forget, there are a few epochs that you have to go through before you start receiving rewards if you're not already delegating. I think it's between sort of 15 and 19 days. So just be aware of that. You know, if you don't receive rewards in the first, you know, few epochs, this is why. But Cardano, fantastic for the month of August. You know, the potential is unlimited. Lots of people talking about this being an ETH killer. I think they will take a chunk of ETH's pie. However, I don't think that, you know, it's an ETH killer as they say. I think there's space for many of these projects. You know, you've got Polkadot as well, that, you know, should be getting a call out. I mean, it's again another fantastic protocol. So, you know, for me, Cardano should be on the list of projects to do your research on. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. But if you go do your research, you're going to love what you find when you look at Cardano. So the next altcoin, so altcoin number 2 that I think people should be sort of looking at for the month of August is none other than XRP. So, you know, it goes kind of without saying, you know, recently with the SEC lawsuit against Ripple, you know, we started to see, you know, some strange things happening, and I did a video on this the other day. You know, I guess let me rewind a little bit. So the SEC filed a complaint against Ripple Labs and individual defendants Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen for the sales of unregistered securities. Now, they're implying that XRP is a security. I don't believe that that's the fact. There's many places around the world that, you know, use or label XRP as a utility token, or an exchange token, or even a currency, depending on where you are in the world, right? And you know, it seems strange that the US are kind of looking at it this way, and it's one of those. But anyway, back to the case. Now, we've kind of seen some silence from the Ripple side, right? So there should have been a scheduled deposition of William Hinman. I think this was on the 27th of July. Now, we'd be expecting to hear around the fact that, certain questions didn't get asked, or William didn't answer certain questions that were posed to him. We'd be expecting to hear these sorts of things, right? We'd expect that, there would have been some sort of transcript for the judge, those sorts of things, right? But we're not really hearing anything. So there's lots of rumors going on around the fact that, there could be a settlement behind closed doors. Now, Nick and myself have been talking about a settlement with him, this particular case. From the moment that the case was actually launched, Nick and myself were saying, we kind of see there be a settlement at some point. Now, there are other things, as part of that wider landscape that I think are happening. We've started to see banks getting into the exchange business. Again, check out the channel. I did a video on this. And for me, this is a step that needs to happen. It's a lot around custody of cryptocurrencies, but also being able to exchange to other stable coins or altcoins and this sort of stuff, right? So I kind of feel like this is a step that is required in order for then the regulations to sort of take place. So combining all these different things that are happening in the world, CBDCs, banks getting into exchanges, I do believe that banks are going to start to get into DeFi as well, but that's a separate conversation really. But I expect the settlement to happen. I believe there's substance to this, just based on what we're not hearing and what we're not seeing, right, that we would expect to see and hear. So, lots to be said for this. Now, we expect a big pump for XRP once this case is settled or Ripple win. Even if they lose, I expect a pump, but I expect a bigger one if they win or there's a settlement. Now, I think if there is a settlement, that will come with regulations, and this is why I think there's a little bit of silence and a little bit of delay. I think the banks and other entities need to get their houses in order and everything that they're doing project-wise lined up and in a very good place, because I think there has to be a process that's followed in order to get to where they want to be. So that's XRP. I think this is, again, a fantastic project that has an awful lot of upside. They've just opened a new corridor between Japan and the Philippines. Again, this is big business. I think it's about 1.8 billion a year in remittance. So lots going on. I think this is remarkable, and I expect big things from XRP. So keep your eyes on XRP during August. Okay, so the next altcoin I want to talk about is Polygon. Now, Polygon was previously known as Matic Network. This is a project that Nick and myself have been invested in for a long time now, and we've seen some remarkable price discovery. It's a fantastic project that's taken an absolute battering in the crash or pullback, however we want to frame this recent scenario that we've seen in the crypto space, manipulation, whatever. But basically, Polygon aims to address problems facing Ethereum users, especially around scaling and environmental impacts. So it's a fantastic project, and it's definitely required with everything that's happening with gas fees and delays around Ethereum's 2.0. Now, Polygon, is a platform built around the Ethereum blockchain used for developing other decentralized apps. It is described as the first well-structured, easy-to-use platform for Ethereum scaling and infrastructure development. The core component is Polygon's SDK, which is a modular, flexible framework that supports building multiple types of applications. Now, for me, it's a much-needed project in this space. It's going to do remarkably well over the next coming weeks and months. I expect this project to grow from strength to strength, and that is why it is on this list. Now, it's a project that we haven't really talked about a great deal on the channel. We don't seem to get many views when we talk about Polygon Matic. However, it's one that we've talked about on live streams on and off, and said how much this project is so valuable. And go do your research on it. We expect this one to do remarkably well in the month of August. going into September, and I expect this one to do remarkably well come the end of the year. So if you're already invested in Polygon, fantastic, and if you're not, go do your research. It's a wonderful project. So this makes it on the list of 5 altcoins to be buying / researching in the month of August. So that brings me on to the next project, which is Elrond. So Elrond is a blockchain designed for immense scalability and significant transaction throughput thanks to its adaptive state sharding system, which enables transactions to be handled rapidly by multiple validators. This is a remarkable project that Nick and myself have been invested in for some time now. And unlike many other influencers in the space, we're telling you as we're getting into these projects, and if you rewind back through the history of the channel, you will see us talking about this on the day that we got in, and we saw some remarkable price discovery. Now, again, just like Matic and some of the other projects that we've talked about, it has taken an absolute battering in the crash / pullback in the market, right? But this is nothing to do with how fantastic this particular project is. We expect big things from Elrond, and Nick and myself are still invested. We've actually increased our position over this pullback in Elrond. It's fantastic, and given the speed and scalability, Elrond has positioned itself as an ideal blockchain for decentralized finance, also known as DeFi. And if you watch the channel regularly, know how I feel about DeFi. I think DeFi is going to be magical, really. If there's a word to describe it, it's going to be magical, and it's going to be flipping financial instruments on its head. As you see them now, is not how you're going to see them in 10-15 years time. So Elrond, you've got fantastic staking opportunities. It's a fantastic project, and when you look at the tokenomics as well, you could argue it's even a store of value. I expect some remarkable things for this project over the coming weeks and months, and that is why it's made it onto our list. This is, again, another remarkable project to at least do your research in. If you're not invested, don't take my word for it. Research it, look into it, and I'm sure you're going to love everything that you find. So this makes it into the list for August. So the final project to make it onto the list, and it's always challenging to pick only 5 projects because there are so many wonderful projects, but these are the 5 that we think are going to do remarkably well in the month of August. So next on the list is none other than Singularity DAO. Now, obviously, we have had an interview with the CEO of Singularity DAO. Remarkable interview. So do check out the video on the channel for that. It's very insightful, and hopefully we'll have Ben on the show. We just got to touch base with the team, see whether that's still possible, so we can talk about more AI, Singularity DAO, Singularity Net, all that wonderful stuff. But this is a project that shouldn't be taken lightly. It's made it on our list, and it's a very strong contender to be on this list as well. I don't think we're even scratching the surface of what's possible. I think this is a remarkable project. So let's just sort of talk about what Singularity DAO is. So Singularity DAO is a unique layer 2 non-custodial AI DeFi solution that offers dynamic token sets called Dynasets, and we did cover this in the interview, so do check that out. Consisting of a basket of utility tokens balanced by AI, Singularity DAO bundles together multiple curated tokens, diversifying holdings whilst keeping them under minute-by-minute active management by AI. So this is a remarkable project that is again going to flip DeFi on its head, in my opinion. I think this is a fantastic protocol or project, however you want to frame it, for your average retail investor and even seasoned investors as well. I think this is much needed in this space, and I'm really looking forward to perhaps talking with the team on an ongoing basis, but not only that, seeing where the future takes us. I think there's lots to happen, and I'm really excited about this one, and I do recommend going to do your research on this particular project. Nick and myself, we thought with Singularity Net we would have much more time to increase our positions in that particular project. With this one, we're not taking those same risks. We're getting into this one super early. We've already claimed our Singularity DAO tokens from the airdrop, and we're going to continue to invest in this one and increase our positions, because we think this one is going to do remarkably well because it's so needed in this space. So that is all of the projects that we've got that we wanted to cover off. So that's 5 projects that we think are going to do remarkably well in August. And as I mentioned previously, we expect other projects to do remarkably well as well. It's just really challenging to select just 5. There are so many wonderful projects in this space. If you feel like there was a project that should have made it into our 5 for August that we didn't cover off, leave a comment below. Really interested to get your views and opinions, but also let me know, what do you think of the projects that we've talked about on the show today? Really interested to get your views and opinions. What did I miss? What did I what didn't I cover, and what should I have covered? Always interested to read through your comments, and I will try to reply to as many of you as possible. So thanks again. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Don't forget, if you found value in this video, hit up that like button, subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications so you never miss a thing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.